Like the video and subscribe right now, and Burp Doggo will never poop on you ever again. Ready? 3, 2, 1. To my future husband, I'm sorry I started our family without you. Don't get me wrong, I'd do bad for cheating on Adam, but I'm an Aries, it's just in my nature. Plus he's a Gemini, he's got submissive personality, not really my fault. Overhear a female coworker talking about her date to another female coworker. She mentions how nice and sincere the guy is. She then says she's not going on a second date. Other coworker asks why. She tries several times to say why, but can't due to uncontrollable laughter. Finally she says he turned out to be shorter than her. Other coworker also starts laughing uncontrollably. What the duck brothers, I thought you guys were memeing about women. Recently found out my 30 male wife, 29 female, is a Shrek's worker. We met in high school and dated during our senior year, but we both had other plans. She was going to college far away, and I was going in the Navy, as my father and grandfather had done. We sort of lost touch and dated other people until 2012, when we coincided at a mutual friend's wedding. That night I fell in love with her all over again. A few days later I proposed before going back to my duty station. She said yes. We got married in 2014, and she came to live with me in Georgia. We spent 2 glorious years together, but in 2016 I was assigned overseas for the last 2 years of my contract, and she came back home and stayed with her parents. I got out of the Navy in December 2018 after 11 years. We moved into our new home in March and we were planning to start a family. Life was great until about 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago my phone died, and the warranty replacement was going to take a few days to arrive. My wife said I could use her old phone in the meantime, since it was previously on that same family wireless account. The wireless store added her old phone temporarily to our account and we both went to work that day. Throughout the day I started adding some of the apps I needed to her old phone. I realized she had removed all the apps from the home screen, but they were still installed and visible in the app drawer. I saw the old messaging app we used when I was stationed overseas and had a great time reading some of our old conversations, feeling grateful that our marriage survived a 2-year separation and we were happier than ever. Then it all went to shit. In a text conversation from last year she was talking about student debt with one of her friends. My wife said she got a degree but had never used it. Specifically she said something like I busted my ass for 4 years in college, went into debt, and now I give hand jobs for a living. What? She works at an all-female beauty spa in a local resort. Her clients are older ladies, or so I thought. I never intended to snoop, but after reading that I purposely went through her entire phone. Then I went through her laptop at home. I didn't find much, but what I did find was pretty shocking. I confronted her that evening and she confessed to having private male clients whom she occasionally gets physically involved with. She's been doing that since she came back home in 2016 to stay with her parents while I served overseas, and she made it clear she has no intention of stopping. She told me everything she does in graphic detail and said if I have a problem with it, I can get on with my life without her. We've been separated since June 30th. Spending the 4th of July without her was torture. We finally met for lunch today. I was willing to forgive and forget if she stops seeing these men. But she's not budging. Not even a little bit. She says her clients are tourists and businessmen from out of town, and she practices safe Shreks, so I will not be affected in any way. She claims to only do this a few times per month, and says she wants to exploit her body while she still can. And she doesn't even consider it cheating. She says she loves me, but I don't have a say in this matter. My jaw dropped as she spoke. Who is this person? I'm pretty open-minded, but never in a million years I would have guessed my wife would be having Shreks for money and speaking with such authority about it. This feels like a bad nightmare that doesn't end. I love her. I'm dying without her, but I feel hurt and betrayed, and I'm not sure where to go from here. She's not open to any type of compromise. Is accepting her and her newfound profession my only choice? Shrek's work has made it hard to date because I won't settle for men who won't spend money on me. Like before I was fine with men just taking me to a cheap restaurant or just for cheap wine and then they would expect me to duck them after that. Not anymore. Now I expect these men to pay for a nice dinner, and if we take takeout food at your place, you better make sure it is not cheap and that you have put some effort into your place. I'm talking about candles etc. Cause why would I give these men these Shrek's skills and this pussy for basically free? LMAO. I feel sad for non-Shrek's worker girls who give their pussy for basically a McDonald's meal lol. They do not even get an orgasm from the Shreks. Blunt. Feminist. Liberal. Would rather go to a forest than a 5-star restaurant. Conservatives need not apply. Save me the man tears. Don't be too nice. It's creepy. If you're under 6 feet, can't spell, read the lad Bible, earn under 30k, upload shirtless selfies, talk constantly about your beard and tacky tattoos, and think you have sick banter, then let's just not bother. Okay, you can be less than 6 feet if you earn an extra 10k for every inch lost, and you can earn under 30k if you're 6 feet 5. Already divorced 4 times. Will you be the 5th husband? By the way, I get easily pregnant. I'll let you guess how many kids I have. If you don't swipe right, I really don't understand. Hey, what's up? I submitted my application lol. And basically I want someone to be there when my stupid boyfriend doesn't want to. Like someone to talk to, duck, chill, go on dates, shit like that. Because to be honest, he basically just has me there and I'm over it. Also, in my experience, abusers have great dick too. I'm attracted to 50-year-old men who have money and nothing else to offer, but great dick. I'm obsessed with a guy who does/sells drugs. He's been a friend for a while now, and we had stopped talking for a few weeks only to start again yesterday. I shouldn't have answered when he called because he got me in trouble the last time because my dad caught me. He wanted me to give him a ride to his drug dealer's house and I did. This was around 4 AM in the morning and I was feeling tired, so he gave me a pill. A few hours after the pill I started feeling the effects. My brain was searing and I couldn't think coherently. I could barely speak either. While all this was going on, the drug dealer had people coming in and out of his house gawking at me while I was losing my shit. It didn't help that the guy I drove over had left immediately after I started feeling the symptoms, and I was alone in a house with strangers. That made it worse because I was trying to act normal when I clearly wasn't. Then I would get worked up when I couldn't act normal and start hyperventilating. It was a bad trip lol. I ended up going to the hospital because I couldn't take it anymore. Now he's blocked me for the 2nd time without any regard for my well-being, and all I want now is to see his face and hear his voice. What's wrong with me? 34 female. My boyfriend, 28 male, found out about a dark period of my life. Throwaway account as he browses Reddit. I met my boyfriend about 2 years ago. He is handsome, kind, generous and took care of me during pandemic when more than half of employees in my firm were furloughed. 3 years before meeting him, I was a druggie. It was a dark period of my life. The only thing I cared about is getting high and my next shot. I was involved in shoplifting and petty theft, so I was never caught. I had Shreks with strangers to get enough to fund my addiction. However, when my friend overdosed, then I got my act together, cleaned up, started taking courses to retrain my skills, and was lucky enough to score an employment in a construction firm. Then I met my boyfriend just by luck. I was quite open about my past addiction, except about my Shrekshal encounters, to pay for my addiction. 2 days ago, someone found out about us and sent a video to him of me having Shreks with 2 men in a car. I can't recall who filmed it as I was high when I was with these men. In normal circumstances, I wouldn't lower myself to such level. My boyfriend is furious and hurt, and he started berating me. First he wanted to know how many men, and when I couldn't give him a proper answer, and how can I, he started insulting me, called me offensive names and all other insulting words, and even told me that if I have any dignity then I would jump from a bridge. He even asked if I'm abusing any substance just to be high but still functioning. That was very wounding to hear from him. He left to another city for 2 days and asked me to leave the house before he returns. I don't have any friends with whom I can stay. My family live in another state. This is out of question due to my job. I'm a bit lost. What can I do? And how can I fix my relation with him? I don't want to lose him at all despite of his insulting behavior. TLDR, my boyfriend found out about my past and I was not exactly forthcoming about it. I have 5 kids from 5 different fathers. Your role in my life would be their father, nothing else. Featured comment. EX, me, gets featured in a Memellion video. My friends, he's too dangerous to be left alive. If you want to be featured in the next video, use #dankness. Divorced. I'm seeking somebody willing to go to church regularly and somebody that has a good job, that doesn't have tats. Also, preferably the baby of the family or middle child. Firstborns tend to be controlling, and only children are spoiled. My parents made about $200,000, so I would like to find somebody who makes $100,000 or more like my father, that does not pay $1,800 in child support to pay off his ex's mortgage for her. Seriously, I have wanted to be a stay-at-home mom most of my life, but eventually they grow up, and if you have a sensitive ego, please keep moving right along. You should already have a healthy self-esteem at our age in this game. We are already halfway through our lives. Women are meant to be a man's partner, not their mother. If I end up staying with employer and moving up, I will be making around $100,000 unless I go into teaching or design. And lastly, please don't ignore something that I have said, thinking you can change my mind because you have money, etc. I have dated enough strong-willed men, set in their ways, as well as men that still live with their mother. Please don't waste my time. If you are getting offended by any of this, then you are probably too sensitive for me. Good luck. Dating blows. I'm a mother first, but if you have a child, get away from me. I do not like other people's children. I love carbs and cheese. Born in Alaska, raised in Japan, live. Short guy swipe left. A man under 6 feet is not a real man. Sorry, not sorry. Smoker? Swipe left. 420 friendly? Pass. Make under $100,000. Not interested. Also, it sounds like she was banging a person she really didn't think of as relationship material. Guys don't get the idea of having wild impromptu shreks with strangers, but limiting shreks with people you love to only certain acts. You can try to explain it all you want, but most guys are incapable of believing it. Don't expect that your future SO will ever accept that idea that you are being slow or vanilla with him because you love him more. SO to the men that take care of another man's child. It's not about who planted the seed, it's about who tends to the garden. How do I explain to my boyfriend that my past should not negatively impact his view on me? I, 27 female, have been with my boyfriend, 29 male, for 1 year now. I love him a lot, and I like to think he thinks the same about me. Long story short, he has known since we started dating that in the past I have had sugar arrangements with a small amount of men. These were completely consensual, voluntary, and benefiting to both parties at the time. He has brought it up recently and apparently has been having a really hard time dealing with this aspect of my past. To my understanding, he has negative stigma about the whole arrangement and what occurred between us. He keeps questions whether it left an impact on my mental health, whether it was all voluntary, or whether I ever felt pressured, and what sexual acts took place. Some questions I answer and clarify, and others I don't see it helping the case, so I tell him so. He's having such a hard time getting over this, and sees its level of concern as an 8/10, 10 being breakup. This is ridiculous. I don't know how else to explain it to him, that it was my right, that benefited me at the time, and it shouldn't impact his view on any woman, especially his girlfriend. How do I explain this better in terms he can understand? This is absolute torture. Somebody get me off this thing. I'm single, divorced 9 years. I can take care of myself, but I want a man who wants to be the provider. I don't have shopping problems. I'm not lazy or a mooch. I'm just really tired of being everything to everyone and taking care of everyone else. I want someone who wants to take care of me. I want financial security and the ability to travel and enjoy living life. INFP. Intelligent convo a must. No bad breath or hygiene. This is also why at my current weight and height I prefer guys taller than me. I'm already going to be rounder/larger than my potential boyfriend. I don't need him shorter than me too, or the same height in which I'd stick out like a sore thumb. Funny enough, I like really slender or skinny guys that are tall and lanky lol, which already makes us an odd couple, but it just happens to be what I'm attracted to. I hate that men ask me to pay half on the first date. I'm a single mom to a 6-month-old little girl and my second baby is due June 18th. I'm a hopeless romantic and I love to cuddle up and eat good food. I'm looking for something long term. I'm easy to talk to, don't be scared to reach out. I don't drink, I don't smoke, still 420 friendly leftist and atheist. Hella gay, stoner, cat mom, chubby with a cute face, duck Trump. Do not message me if you're an all lives matter person. Duck the police. Duck white supremacy. Duck you, white boy. I'm not interested. The next girl's not interested. And nobody wants to see your dick. Someone found my female 23 video, tagged my friends on my social media. Husband. Male 27. Won't talk anymore. Hi everyone. Throwaway account to be anonymous. A bit of background. I was in a pom video in 2019. It was a very stupid decision and a moment of being dumb, I admit. This is the only shot I've done which I regretted deeply. After a few months, I left the state to start a new life elsewhere. I start a small business. Last year I met a good man and we got married this year. A few days ago, some basement dwelling incel found my video and my social media, which I believe is very hard to find. But then again, some men have a lot of time in their hands. While that person never contacted me directly, he made a fake social media profile and tagged my friends there, including my husband. Long story short, my marriage is now in troubles. Husband is away for work and he won't pick up my phone despite leaving tens of messages. Only some friends knew about my past, so they are okay, but my family and other acquaintances are shocked, and there is a lot of resentment and passive anger. I don't know what should I do. I'm angry. I'm hurt. How can I deal with the damage done to my marriage? Is it possible to contact social media platform through lawyer and sue him? Would this be classified as revenge porn? What are my options? Bisexual woman. I'm pregnant and I have needs during this quarantine. Want to help? I can show more pics if we match. Single and willing to mingle. PS. Dominance is a major turn on. Question for women. Why are so many of you married to men you're not sexually attracted to? I've also found that the guys I was most sexually compatible with were not men I would want a long-term relationship/marriage with. For me, the two have never aligned, and I don't think that's a coincidence. Couldn't agree more. The men who I was with who were amazing and exciting in bed were all unstable in their personal lives. The men who I would consider myself to be more compatible with on a long-term life level were still okay in bed, but not as great as their unstable counterparts. The men that are good lovers were lousy people and the men that were good people were lousy lovers. This is totally me too. Went out with asshole guys. Shrex was hot. Wanted not an asshole guy lol. Enter my husband. Never really attracted to him sexually, but he ticked almost every other box. And now here we are. That's anything. When everything works except the Shreks, nothing works. Even if he ticks all the other boxes, if he doesn't tick the Shreks box, he'll end up getting cheated on or divorced. Sapiosexual. It's rare to meet such woman as I intend her. Sensual, feminine, wise, family oriented. You will be happy and stronger with me. Russian. World citizen. Well educated. 40 plus countries. Interested in strong, ambitioned man, investor, entrepreneur, or politician, non-hired, excluding. CEO of big companies. Not course of money, but due trays. Someone big, deep, and high can be only with similar spiritual master, Vida. No, married/Muslim/Shrek's talks. If we don't match, please do not write. Business plan. 1. Get an IUD. To let him hit it raw. 3. I want you to come in me baby. 4. Call him next day and ask for plan B. 5. Stack that $54. 6. Find a new man. 7. Repeat. Am I doing this right? My passions are shopping, wine and being gorgeous. If you're not 6'5" don't talk to me. I won't message you first. Not looking for hookups. No facial hair. I don't know why Tinder says I'm 30. I'm really 48. Music is my life. Don't ask me on a date if you're broke. If you can't handle me at my worst you don't deserve me at my best. Sushi and pumpkin spiced lads know, but stuff on the first date. It's hard being a single mom, or so I'm told. I don't have kids. Single, pregnant, ashamed, and my close friends live in other states. I need a companion badly. 29 female. Long story short, last year I moved to a new city with my boyfriend and got a job, but we broke up. I was lonely and got pregnant soon after that. It may have happened during a girls trip with my out-of-state friends, but I'm not even sure. I decided to keep the baby, but didn't realize how shameful I'd feel about how it happened. I avoided dating or making friends because I didn't want to talk about it. Then the pandemic hit and I've been really afraid to venture out at all. But I've never needed a guy more. Just someone I can be close to and tell me everything will be okay. Thought about reactivating my Tinder, but our first meet would have to be at one of our places because it's hot as duck outside, especially while pregnant. Any ideas on how to meet an honest and safe guy? I saw there is a Reddit group for meeting people where I could see their posting history, but not sure if there's a better idea. Hello all. I realize I post this with the risk of being ripped to shreds, but I'm seeking advice. I was married. I started an OnlyFans, basically whored out and exploited myself. My husband obviously found a better woman and left. So here's my thing. I realize how disgusting my actions were. That's not something I need help with. I also realize I had several partners before I married my husband. Now that it's over, I wonder if I could ever actually be an attractive mate, or if I would be doomed to live my life with a beta. Frankly, I would rather die alone than to settle for a beta male, but I have heard some men say that after a woman has 3 partners she is incapable of pair bonding. I will say oddly that I feel I was a broken woman, yet I do still feel like the only man I'd ever desire children with is this husband that I mentioned. Obviously that is not on the table. I only say that because I don't think that my ability to pair bond is permanently damaged. Any thoughts? Is there such thing as a recovered slut, or should I just hang up the towel and bank on never having children? Thank you in advance for people who actually give me practical advice and honesty instead of just ripping me to shreds. I agree, which is why I will have 6 baby daddies. Having all your kids by the same man seems silly. His resources only gonna go so far and be spread so thin. Give your kid their own dad. 48 divorced, 3 kids, anti-vaxxer, flat earther, alcoholic, ex-stripper, cat lady, soccer mom, suicidal, depression, ex-porn star, gun owner. I thought that was the normal thing. Before I planned not to marry a guy if he didn't have a house. But I don't know. Ha 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 ha. My god. The options are reduced. Ha ha ha. That is not normal. The standard lowered. Well yay. All of them are poor at this age. Unless I find an older guy. Ha ha ha. Like 27-year-old. So he already has his money and a house. And then we get married by joint property. And we buy a bigger house. Damn. And that one I can fight if I get divorced. My god. You are everything that scares me. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Why? I just want to be protected. Legally. Also, I have plans of building more things in my ranch. And that would be inheritance. So the guy wouldn't be able to fight that. Because inheritance and donations, indeed you frightened me, are not included in joint property. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Prenup all the way. Hahaha. I mean, if I inherit my house and we sell it, that money is mine. Hey, I think you are really interesting. Hahaha. Why? Hahaha. Tell me. We no longer go for looks. We go for maturity, stability, loyalty, and peace. If only you had this mindset before you became a single mom. I, 26 female, have been in a very happy/healthy 9-year relationship with my boyfriend, 27 male. We've never dated or had Shreks with anyone else, and now I'm anxious to explore other people. First and foremost, our background. We met when I was a sophomore in high school and he was a junior. We started dating when I was 17 and he was 18. Since we were so young when we first met/dated, we were both virgins and had little to no dating experience. We had no expectations of maintaining a long-term relationship, but as time went on, it felt right to be with each other. We talked about spending the rest of our lives together within 6 months of dating. Since everything flowed so effortless in our relationship, we decided to move in together 8 years ago. I'm honestly surprised it's gone so well. We coordinate chores, finances, quality time, friends, etc. better than most relationships around us. We've had fights, of course, but we communicate so honestly and openly that they get resolved quickly and with almost no hard feelings. He's truly an amazing partner and constantly surprises me with his compassion, mindfulness, and growth. I'm so incredibly grateful for the life we've built together. I know I'm fortunate to have found someone that exemplifies these qualities, particularly at our ages. So all that being said, this is where I'm in need of advice. Within the past year I've found myself fantasizing about dating/having Shreks with other people. I've never acted on any urge and have been completely honest with my boyfriend about these thoughts. He's admitted to feeling the same way, but he also recognizes that I'm probably more ambitious to do something about it. We've talked about an open relationship and he's very adamant that it will most likely be the demise of our relationship. I've reassured him that if we put up very clear boundaries and practice open communication, we may be able to work something out. He said that he's open to the idea, but he doesn't want one-night stands. He thinks he's just wired differently and that he can only have Shreks with someone he knows and trusts. Therefore he would want another monogamous relationship and says we would have to be broken up for that to happen. From what I gather, it doesn't seem like he wants an open relationship, and I know better than to coax someone into that situation. The thought of breaking up deeply hurts me and will crush him. I know I want to be in each other's lives, but I'm just starting to question whether it'll be as friends or partners. I don't think my curiosity to explore will fade, and as I get older, I feel as though it's important to do it at this time in my life. Each day this want/need is becoming a non-negotiable for me. Has anyone experienced this in their relationship? If so, what did you and your partner decide to do? This is all uncharted territory for the both of us, and I want to treat it with the dignity and respect it deserves. Any advice will be greatly appreciated, and thank you in advance. TLDR, I've been in a healthy and great 9-year relationship with my boyfriend, but I've been fantasizing about dating/having Shreks with other people. I don't know what to do, since he and my urges are both very important to me. Earth is flat. Vaccines are bad. Ovid is a ducking hoax. If your profile says something casual, I'm just already going to assume that you want a hookup. 8-month-old baby girl. Don't waste my time. Ducking hate this app because I don't chase boys, so I hate messaging first. You've been visited by the cool trouser Kate. You will be blessed with soft comfortable pant, but only if you comment, "Cool pant Kate."